Good afternoon and good evening, alpha traders and YouTubers that span the mighty blue marble. We just had a weekly and a monthly close in cryptocurrency, didn't we? Wonderful, 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 wonderful. So let's take a quick peek here. What's happening? Yeah, very interesting on the projection bosses. Got a projection going from the 28K low and the 41K low. And we are definitely right now below these projections, 95.4% Laplace distribution rate. You can see on these 2 days right here where we got up above them, created bear div between returns and price action, right? Telling you, hey, your returns are diminishing on that investment. Time to get out of that trade. Not building any bull div either right now. You know, we're getting these candles going down, 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 down. Let's see here. Obviously, you can see what's going on here. We opened up today, and we pumped right up to the 68.3 Laplace distribution range. Now we dumped down below the first standard deviation normal distribution. That's all fine and dandy. Just going to have to see how this plays out. Or actually, that happened first. Okay, my bad. We opened up this new day. First, we dumped down below. First, we dumped down a little bit below first standard deviation normal distribution. Where did we go? All right, where'd price action go to? We talk about these price action volatility ranges all the time. We just got a new monthly volatility range, right? Here's the top. Top of the monthly volatility range was at 59,315. Bitcoin went down, tested 59,422. It's a pretty good test of the top of this monthly volatility range. The center's down here at 57,261. The bottom side was at 55,208. As long as the top side of this volatility range gets tested, Bitcoin is free to run, right? Especially our new weekly range is pretty tight, to be honest. Daily range even tighter. These are the type of daily ranges I really like. It is literally about $80, about an $80 volatility range on the daily. So yeah, pretty interesting. We'll have to see how this plays out through the rest of this last 4-hour candle. So you can see we come down, boom. First we test the 1SD, then we just scooted down here real quick, tested the top of that monthly volatility range. Candle closed right on top of the 1SD. Why? 68.3% of the time, you're going to find the data set closing in that range, right? Within that 68.3% range. Then it runs up and tests the 68.3% Laplace distribution range on the daily. Rejected from there. Got down below this real tight volatility range. What's it doing right now? It's testing this weekly volatility range, right? You want to see how the bulls are going to react down here. So what are these volatility ranges telling you? This is where a lot of liquidity's at, right? This is where there's going to be a lot of pivots in price most of the time. So we'll have to see how this does play out. You know, we got this little pump back up, and whoa, those bears pushed it right back down into the weekly volatility range. Considering this monthly has been tested, like I said before, Bitcoin's free to roam. All right, the weekly and the monthly, literally on the first day. Right, the monthly was tested in the first 5 hours of the new day of the month. So that's pretty powerful in itself. Really like seeing that. Let's see here. Let's move up here a little bit. Yeah, that's what I was looking for, were these first resistance ranges for the weekly. We got our first one at about, 64,295. Second one at 67,222, which that would be a new all-time high up there. So that, we got that going for us, don't we? Now let's go back over here. Let's spread this out a little bit. Okay, it is on the daily. So what I want to look at is a new weekly. All right, let's take a peek at this new weekly. And I will go to the monthly next. Now you can see, here was the highest weekly close that Bitcoin ever had, right? These last 4 weeks, or these last 3 weeks, they were all the highest weekly candles Bitcoin's ever had, close-wise, right? Especially this close. Even though this was a bearish candle, That is still a higher close than what we previously had. Not this candle. I'm talking about this all-time high back here at, what did it go up to, 65? But it closed. The weekly candle closed a little under 60. So right now, let's take a peek here. Dun, dun. Yeah, we are at the weekly, literally the 68.3% Laplace distribution range is at $59,886. Okay, it's just right below where the candle is right now. The 68.3% on the weekly to the top side's at 64,465. First standard deviation normal distribution's up here at new all-time high, 68.1, right? We've got the 95.4% Laplace distribution range this week at 75,445. Second standard deviation, 75,581. I always like to look here if Bitcoin were to go on a run this week for this to be a cap, if it goes on a really powerful run, because that is whether you're talking about second standard deviation and normal distribution or Laplace distribution. Laplace is 95.4% probability level as well. So that's telling you 95.4% of the time this data set is going to stay below that range. To get outside here, it's only a 4.6% chance, right? So 95.4% of the time, you're going to stay down here. So that's how we use these distribution levels. Really clean returns, right? The returns look really clean. There's no, let's see here. Yeah, there's no divergence at all anywhere. Everything's pretty damn clean, to be honest. Let's pop up here on the monthly. Yeah, highest monthly close last month, right? Highest monthly close, that candle right there, 61,331. As a monthly close goes, it was down there about 58,750 previously for that monthly. Very nice. So you can see too, when you open up a monthly candle like this, the 68.3% Laplace distribution range is right a little tick above $60,000, $60,060. There's a lot of bias there for that to go down and test that area. And considering this is a monthly, that's a strong area of support for price action. The 68.3 on the monthly, tick over about $70,500 Bitcoin. So you look at that for the 68.3, 70.482. You go back down here on the weekly and you look at the second standard deviations. If the chart will flip back, let me go to, hold on real quick. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, what was that at up there? Actually, first standard deviation is about $1,800 below that, 68,112. Yeah, it's right about in the middle, right? It's right. It's not in the middle, but we're talking about this area right here, about 70K. Yeah. So that's literally an area I'm looking at. But like I said, if we're going on this weekly, I'm looking for a cap up here around 75K. Now, for this month, though, okay, let's check this out. Whew, the internet gods are slow today. First standard deviation. First standard deviation on the monthly is $80,200. I could see that this month, as a cap, because we're talking about a monthly, right? That's one hell of a move. It's one hell of a move, indeed. Because then you've got the second standard deviation and the 95.4 Laplace almost at 100K, right? Almost at 100K. Hey, very probable. It wouldn't shock me, put it that way. Wouldn't shock me, but this is why we use these distribution levels. It gives you areas of interest that these algos will target, right? Well, they will target those areas. That's good stuff right there too. Let's pull this back down on the weekly. Here's what I want to do real quick. As soon as it loads, my God. Here we go. Now is what we're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, first we'll move these all back to 6 candle. Actually, let me go. Boom. There's a 68.3. Here comes that 95.4. And the 99.7. Ding dong. Let's take a peek at this real quick. Yeah, I mean, you can see here, right? You can see here. I mean, pretty much 3 weeks just ran up right to the 95.4% Laplace distribution range. And these 2 weeks tapped it to the dollar. Literally. Right to it. Rejection. Open up the new week. Pump up right to it. Rejection. Pulled back where to that projection from the this is the 68 or this is the 95.4 projection of Laplace distribution from the 28K low. You can see what's happening right here, right? On this weekly, we're holding on to this. Actually, let me see something. No, that's way back. Sorry, guys. Let me put this. Actually, I'm going to move this. Yeah, I forgot that was on the daily. Let's move the PB2 to a 16. Let's see how this is lining up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this thing's got room to run, right? I mean, if you're talking about this 28K low or the 41K low, where now we're projecting them on the weekly, not the daily. I mean, you're talking the 95.4 is way up here. Holy crap. Yeah, 142K. Interesting. Chow overall. This is nice big ranges. And if we're talking about till the end of the year, right? We showed this the other week. I mean, right about there is the end of the year. If this thing makes a run to the 95.4, we're talking about $125,000 Bitcoin for the 95.4 from the 28K low. From the 41K low, you're talking about $100,000 Bitcoin. I'll take either one of them, right, by the end of the year. I just have this sneaky feeling, though, that, when Bitcoin moves, it just shakes the shit out of everybody. People always never expect. Bitcoin really likes to move and move hard. So we'll have to just let this play out. This is why we trade volatility, probability, and statistics, right? This is why. Here, we can even... my measuring tool one more time. Let's run this back to the 86. Don't go. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So back here from this $3,800 Bitcoin low, right? After this, whatever the hell bioweapon they released on everybody, the scamdemic. Let's see here. I mean, this price action's pretty much firmly between the 95.4 and 99.7 from that area, 100%. So this thing, I mean, if it decides to make a hardcore run and go to the 99.7 from there, we're talking, 100 and where's the end of here? Right there. $200,000 Bitcoin, right? And I've seen some projections online. I can always tell if somebody knows what or if they're looking at actual, actionable intel, right? And there's not many people out there. But it's pretty funny. You don't have to trade exactly alike if you really understand price action, right? And you understand volatility. And I know this individual's got some probabilities too, so he's probably looking at the same stuff, to be honest. But at the same time, guys, you don't understand. This stuff we're sharing with people, this is next level stuff, man. This is next level stuff. 100%. They're the only people that are using volatility, or let's put it this way. The only people that are using probability and statistics, because there's scattered people out there that know about volatility, right? But if you don't know about the probabilities and the statistics, right? Z-score, variance, all these different things, you're kind of you're behind the cue ball, right? I mean, it all works together and works together very powerfully. Let me do one more projection here, because what was that low? the first, was that the run up to like, yeah, 12.5. And then we pulled back to like, yeah, 10K. But this would be the candle that you would start from. So let's put it right here. Let's check out old bar 57. Sounds like a, a bar off Route 66 or something. 7. Let's see here. There we go. Yeah. We definitely, I remember running this before, actually, be honest. And we did, right? When you get outside, you start this run up to the all-time high at 65K. First thing you're noticing, hey man, price action's outside the 99.7% Laplace distribution range. That doesn't happen often. That's why we use Laplace distribution, right? Because it likes to contain very volatile assets like cryptocurrency. And now from that projection, whoa, hello. This is why I do this all the time. So we're talking, let me get a vertical. Look how these are matching up. Look how these little pups are matching up, right? All right, hold on. Boop. Right about there. 100,000 Bitcoin, $101,151 Bitcoin by the end of the year. That's making another run up to the 99.7 Laplace distribution range from this about 10K low here, right? To now. And it's matching up with this latest local low on the weekly from about 41K. So the 95.4 and the 99.7, they're both matching up. I mean, they are literally crossing each other right at the end of the year. Keep an eye on that $100,000. Hey, maybe that's where we go to. Maybe we overshoot, like I said, and we hit some of those monthly targets up there, like 120, I think, 125 or something like that. And the monthly candle closes, right? That December monthly candle at the end of the year closes down there. That is very interesting. Glad I did that. It's a powerful little projection there. Powerful. Let's back this up. Let's see what this looks like. If we back up to the 28, okay. 16 bars. Here we go. Let's get that 95.4% back here. And it's just not complete without the 99.7. Okay. Yeah, it's just that projection from back there. I wanted to see if that was going to cross there too. It looked like it had a possibility, but no. Very interesting. Yeah, we're in for some good times, I'll tell you that. My opinion. So those are the probabilities, right? Pretty much went over those. Let's bump over to this VRE real quick. Expand this. And you can see at the tick of the new month, literally, right at the 0, right at the witching hour, boom, you get a freaking 60.8. Get about a $1,400 15-minute candle, just right at the new month, literally at the witching hour. So, and then it just bled out over the day after it tested the 68.3 on the daily. Bled out. Boop, 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 boop. This is where there's a lot of liquidity, right? In my opinion, all right here, top of the monthly range, this weekly range. It's going to be a battle going on. To get this party started, especially if it wants to start this week, you're going to want to see a solid daily close above about 64.3, and then you are going to see a run. You are definitely going to see a run, probably to the next weekly resistance up there about 67.2, which that is a little tick, like, I mean, if we're talking wick all-time highs, that's about $100 higher than the other one we just had at 67.1. So that is what I'm looking for this week. That could cap off a nice week, right? Get another all-time high. But then again, you're going to want to be over here, right? First, let me get on the index. What am I on right now? The 4-hour? Let's see what's happening on the 4 hour first. Okay, we got flat historical volatility Z-score, negatively correlated. Telling you this could possibly start walking up. There is no divergence on the deviation log pro. One thing that's capping too, you're going to want to see on a 4 hour close above 64, probably by the end of the day, right around 64K, right? And what did I just say over there? Whoops, let's go back over here. Look at there. There's some good confluence. We're talking about 64.3 area. Then you pop over here and you look at this reverse fissure, right? The reverse fissure is 64.122. So like I said, you're going to want to see a nice 4 hour close up above here, right? Because I'm telling you, this reverse fissure on our alpha trading secret little settings, it's very powerful. Very, very powerful. Here, I'll give you a good example here on the daily chart. And everybody's like, oh, we're dumping. Where's it going? Come on. Watch right down here. Right where we had this low. The 41K low. This thing ever populates. My goodness gracious. Come on, Trading View. I know you can't handle the power, but baby, let's go. Embrace the power of the wolf pack. There's the reverse fissure, right? The reverse fissure is like the last line of defense, right? Very powerful. And you can see our ultimate power mean indicator. We got our reverse wave trend in here. The yellow line is the central power mean. So yeah, this is good stuff. Central power mean climbing hard. And this trend looks really good. I mean, we got a couple of the power means starting to turn down. So like I said before, I mean, this stuff, this is the stuff I look for. So on this daily, look at these top two power means. Where are they at? 64K. All right, starting to figure this out. So, and that's on a daily. The reverse fissure on the 4 hours about 64K. And the first resistance level of this new weekly volatility range is around 64K. So that is telling me we got to get up there. We got to close above that area. And if we do, you're going to see some fireworks. See some fireworks. Let's see this beautiful little trend machine we got cooking. This is a beautiful indicator. We'll be adding this to the repertoire real soon for everybody to enjoy. It is that has got the indicators. Okay, that's okay. So on the daily, variance coming down, positively correlated. I mean, that's kind of holding price down the last 3 days. I mean, you're kind of see it, right? We even had a little uptick here where it went negatively correlated. So, yeah. But I like the historical volatility Z-score. It's starting to expand. It's positively correlated. Good. That's good stuff. Good stuff. And the Z-score is really low. Really low. Very interesting. There's no more bear div, right? There was bear div on the daily DLP. Hell, it's played out. It has played out. Now, if we were to have some higher DLP candles here and lower highs, right? Like say right here, if that is a lower high from these highs, right? If that DLP candle was a higher high than back there, you'd be looking at some hidden bear and some continuation. So I'm not seeing that. I'm liking that a lot. Plus, right, we had this bull div on the daily on the returns oscillator. Look where the returns oscillator and the Z-score is right at the zero mean right now. You get a bounce here. Let's say we close the day right up here around like 62.6, maybe close above the 68.3, you are probably going to see that daily bounce off the zero mean. Those are some of the most powerful moves you'll ever get with an asset when you're bouncing off that zero mean, using that as support. I like the low length AVR contracting negatively correlated. Same with it's flat volatility negatively correlated and contracting negatively correlated. All three AVRs are saying up. We are good. Entropy is going back into randomness, and the correlation has pretty much dropped almost to zip. You're going to see this thing flash probably at the end of the day, at close of the day. You're going to see a nice flash pop up from the low correlation, right? This is the R squared between entropy and price action. This is one of our most powerful indicators for trend. Very powerful indicator. To the point where, you show this to the general public and it just melts their brain. I got people just, what is happening here? Be like, yes, exactly. And alpha trading is a little ahead of the curve. I mean, entropy is just popping on the scene with these high frequency trading firms, right? Entropy just popping onto the scene. And we've already got just a wonderful indicator built on entropy and R squared. This is a lot of the stuff. People can build an entropy indicator, but do they know they can correlate this kind of stuff to price action to give you direction? That's where a lot of people go wrong. They don't understand about correlation. They don't understand that you can take these freaking statistics and these different metrics and correlate them to price action. And it's going to give you an idea of what's really going on. That's what's powerful. Indeed, indeed. So it's a daily, huh? I'm going to pop up here on the weekly, see what's going on here with our new weekly close. Oh, man. I mean, it's a doji city on the weekly, man. See, like last week, right? Indecision. Ended up with a bullish doji, though, right? Steaming up my own glasses. Variance is still contracting, negatively correlated. That's holding this price action up. All right, that's telling you price action is going to walk up, even with all the down pressure, those options expiring, and all that whatnot. Let's see, we're still playing off of this, and there's more too. Let's see here. All right. We get a nice weekly move here in the first couple days, and we get a bounce here, and it gets back up above the zero mean. But some more hidden bull div. There was the first shot of hidden bull. Oh, come on now. Let's move this forward. And we'll move that one forward. Bring the front. Yes, bring it to the front. Dum dum. All right. More hidden bull building. Right? This is where you got to figure out how to read this stuff. It is just building this point. That definitely set. Boom. We get a nice move. All right. Get that nice move off of that 41K low. Powerful. So now there's hidden bull building again. And, what has kind of stifled the price action right there? Show you. It's all about the imbalance, right? It's all about the imbalance in buy and sell pressure. That's the volatility creates that, correct? Just like it created that bear div. After the hidden bull created bear div. And so instead of a big dump out, which, hey man, we went from 65 to about 57, something like that. So, I mean, we're talking about an $8,000 move, which these days people don't even blink an eye at. Wait till we get over $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 Bitcoin. You're going to have some major price swings that are just going to wreck the shit out of people. If you don't know what you're doing, trading cryptocurrency, just buy and hold. Check back in 5 years, right? Unplug your computer. Don't even look at your wallet. And whatever you do, don't hit the buy or sell button. So, like I said, there was, right? So bull div, right? But then you got to take this into effect. So we're getting a read of bull div. Has it played out a bunch like on a weekly? You know, and not like a $10,000, $15,000 move? No, we got about half of that. Right there. You can see this histogram is pink. That's telling you that this read, the correlation between this read on the returns oscillator, in between the returns oscillator and price action, is decreasing. Variance is coming down, negatively correlated. That I just said, that's holding this price action up. Okay. That's what I'm seeing. That's how I am interpreting this. Everybody's going to interpret this in different ways. You have to take the correlation into account. There's a reason why we build this into our indicators. Every indicator. What's this right here? It's the historical volatility of, or it's the z-score of historical volatility with correlation. Right? Telling you, like right here, historical volatility is rising. Right? From right here. This is where it pretty much goes positively correlated. Whole time. Had this little pullback here. Why do we have this little pullback? Because historical volatility was still rising, but it went negatively correlated. Look when it goes back positively correlated. Right at the bottom of the wick. Then it continues up to the all-time high. It was still raising right here when it went negative. Of course, we had that big pullback. We had these little pullbacks before we had that all-time high right there. Correlation's everything. Learning how to read these different statistics and the volatility and understanding the breaks in correlation, it's gonna, you're finally gonna, gonna start clicking for you. You got to focus on that. Trust me, that is something you have to focus on. 636 AVR is contracting, negatively correlated. We got a little bit of contraction positively correlated. It's more flat positively correlated, telling you it's going to walk down. So these and more, they're kind of going to cancel each other out. This is really holding this price action up on these weeklies, right? Especially the last 3 weeks, as you see us going sideways with these, at least the last two, with those dojis. Negatively correlated, contracting, telling you it's going to walk up. So you got the low length, the high length saying walk up, the very powerful 981 read telling you walk down. The entropy indicator, entropy is sloping back up, going into randomness. It's like right on the cliff of randomness and trend, to be honest, right now. But look at the correlation. It's still telling you that it is. That correlation is when you get these dark candles, it's telling you it's decreasing. But look at these things are staying pretty tall. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Watch what's going to happen if we start getting a pump on this weekly. This is going to turn bright green, 100%. You're probably going to see a tick down here and start going back into trend. This is what you want. This is what you want. Then you get this big massive move on the weekly, right? We get another one of those bad boys, you're going to see this hit 100K real fast, especially by the end of the year, right? Especially by the end of the year. What do we got, about 8 weeks left? That's time. It's time for all this trend to happen. What else is sticking out to me? I mean, obviously the deviation bands, they're expanding big time. All right, coming off, they were squeezing price action here. Squeezing. And you can see, I mean, both these times, right, comes down. Boop. Where's that price action get supported? Right, the first standard deviation. Right here, again, both these wicks. That one went right to it, just like this one previously. And when you see a yellow wick like that, this is randomness to the T, man. This is just random price action. So what you don't want here, if this was trending blue, you'd see this. You'd see a run. This baby could have dropped to 20K when everybody was screaming for 20K, and that was right at the second standard deviation. Didn't get it, did we? Nope. I am liking this on the weekly, right? Definitely is looking good. we got this pullback. Some of these power means started going to the downside. They've all sloped back up. Everything's turning blue again. We're gonna have to see. I mean, obviously the central power mean is definitely still up. Reverse wave trends up. Fisher's up. Looking good. Looking real good. New month. Oh, that's actually beautiful because there is no div, right? Look at the returns oscillator just going sideways. There is no divergence. If anything, weak on both sides. And then I don't play weak divergences. Why? Well, because they're weak. Let's see. Sticking out. I mean, obviously, right? I mean, we were talking about a monthly. I mean, we were coming off this hidden bear div, and in my opinion, man, this thing is still building. Still building. This is, you can see, this is a similar read, right? That was hidden bear from this low back here when we were at the that was the 31K low, $3,100 low. Excuse me. And then from that point, right, from here to here, lower low, higher low in price action. Then we get the run up to the all-time high off of hidden bull div. Right now, lower low, higher low. This party hasn't even started. Could get a good party going. And you can see Z-score and historical volatility is coming down, negatively correlated. No divergence on DLP. Nope, not at all. You can see like this month, you got a higher high here, higher high in price action. So there's no bear div on DLP. And there's no bear div on Z-score either. Dead flat. Beautiful. So yeah, the monthly's clean. And the monthly too, right? Contraction. Contraction negatively correlated. Contraction negatively correlated. Can't get an entropy read or the 2400. It's a bummer for him. That's okay. We're on a monthly chart. Bitcoin's only been around, 12 years, for crying out loud? It's a baby. It's our little baby. All right, let me see here. Now, for just some intraday stuff, although it's about over, trust me, I'm going to be hot. I'm going to be on this hot, this daily close, man. Let's see what's happening here. My goodness, trading view. Powerful alpha trading indicators. Well, I definitely like seeing this new 90-minute candle not growing. It's just staying flat. Correlation. See correlation. We got flat, negatively correlated volatility on the high length. Seeing that little expansion on the mid length, contraction on the low length, positively correlated. So yeah, you're gonna see a bull wick on the bottom of this, and you do. Yep, you do. And when does this close? 49 minutes. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if this turns into a bullish candle. Wouldn't be a bit surprised if you see a nice little green, little bullish little hammer. Would not surprise me at all. Don't trade those candlesticks though. Remember, what creates these candlesticks? I say it all the time. Volatility. Right? What moves the market? Divergence. What's creating the divergence? The imbalance in buy and sell pressure. What creates that imbalance in buy and sell pressure? The volatility. Volatility is the standard deviation of returns. That's all you need to know. When you understand that, it'll all start to come together. You'll be like, oh, okie dokie. Where was I misled? It's not that you were misled. All right? People trade all kinds of different ways. For Christ's sakes, there's people out there trading moon cycles. Hey, man, if it works for you and you take profits, knock yourself out. You can trade the moon. I saw some guy promoting his Mars retrograde chart, and I was just like, okay, whatever's clever, man. If you found something in that and you're taking your profit, knock yourself out. Trade the Mars retrograde. I'm laughing with him because you got to have a sense of humor if you're trading that stuff. You know, as I say, watch this turn into a bullish hammer, and it is right in front of our eyes. That's what I'm kind of seeing here. Let's see what happens with this variance at the close. I want to see this turn up going into the new day. Actually, we'll have one more before the end of the day. You see this 90-minute at the close turn up positively correlated. The returns oscillator is turning up. There is no divergence. Let me go over here. Almost a little hidden bull on the Z-score of log returns. Almost. And let's see here. For the Z-score historical volatility, it is coming down a little bit, right? Starting to slope down. You're going to want to see this correlation come down too. Or you continue positively correlated and we get an expansion of volatility going into the end of the day. And like I said, that last 90-minute candle, if you see the variance turn up here positively correlated, you could possibly get that, especially when the returns oscillators are going to cross the zero mean. And like I said, we're getting this expansion on the 981. And if that volatility comes in, you're going to see the low length AVR can start to expand from these last couple of candles, positively correlated. And then what is the Gaussian mean on the deviation bands at $61,022? 61.2. Yeah, it's just probably right here. Not even. Hell, it's probably the daily range. Yeah, 61.22. Hell, that's just getting up above the 68.3 bottom side on the daily. And this is what I'm looking for. At least, I want to see this price action close up here at least above like 61.4. I mean, this is the last 4-hour candle, right? We opened up immediately and went through the first standard deviation normal distribution. That's that little skinny blue line there. Almost got to the 95.4 Laplace, but you got the bottom of the weekly range here. That's where these candles are closing, right on it. There's a lot of volatility today right here. It's going to take a good push from one side or the other to either get below there and close the day or get above here and close the day. But then you got to think about it. So if you have a real hard push from one team, what's going to happen? You're going to create an imbalance in the buy and sell pressure. We're coming in. But look, this will make sense. If the bulls push here and close up here, the new daily range is going to be almost in the same spot it's at right now. So say you close up here by the 68.3 on the 4-hour at like 61.8, you're going to get a pullback. You're probably going to create some bear div on these low time frames. It's going to pull it back to test the top side of the new daily range. That's usually how that works. Usually how this works. But also, we can get a run up here. That would be even more beautiful. But you got to think about it. Think of the div that's going to create if it really makes a run to like back up at the 68.3. It's going to be powerful. But that if that does that, that's going to bring that daily range up a lot higher up in this area. I mean, it's going to raise it like $600, $700, $800 probably. You close up here, you're going to have a daily range in this area. You close down here, you're going to have a daily range right where it's at right now, probably right in the same damn area, which is fine. Now that we've got the weekly range, okay. You gonna move for me? There we go. Above this monthly range. All right. And as far as monthly ranges go, what is that? 59.3. It's about a $4,000 monthly range. When Bitcoin at 60K, that's really that's like right there on that borderline of trend and range. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But we do have this new weekly range above the new monthly range and the daily range above it. You don't want to see these daily ranges start to walk down day by day by day, because that's just going to continue to push price action down, and then maybe next week we have a weekly below the monthly. We don't want that. I say we, just because I'm a holder, I always want to see Bitcoin go up. But if I can get some counter trend moves to the downside, I'm taking them 100%. Unfortunately, shit's been happening a lot when I'm sleeping. I need to build a robot, a little Bilbot. There we go. We need to build the Bilbot. You can just trade all night for me. Oh, shit. All right, Van, we need you to code the Bilbot. Donnybrook, Van F. Code the Bilbot. That's the title of our stream today on YouTube. Coding the Bilbot. All right, make your run, Bitcoin. Let's go back over here. So that was the 90-minute. Like I said, I just gave you a good analysis of that 90-minute. And see, we posted these charts other places, and I saw some guy be like, have you ever heard like over-analyzing things? It's like, I just laugh at people because they don't realize I'm looking at this whole damn chart as one, and every one of these indicators is giving me good intel. Where most of these people are staring at, other stuff. God bless their heart. They can trade however they want. That's all I'm going to say about that. But most of the times when you see somebody like knock a chart like this, it's because they don't understand it. Right? That's why. They look at this and their eyes roll back in their head. I need my RSI, I need my moving averages. That's why we try to attract people that trade regular traditional technical analysis, right? We give them nice, pretty lines and things and good looking indicators. That's why we created this ultimate power mean, right? We were trying to go off, people love the super guppy for trend. We made our own super guppy, but it's actually using something that you can count on, right? Power means. Oh, Trading View, you're a work of art, man. And look how beautiful, boy. You bring all this in. Yeah. Drink the mushroom tea, man. Drink the mushroom tea. And stare at this chart. Woohoo! All right, let's go back over here and spread this out. Trading View's just being a bugger. Well, it's the beginning of the month. Everybody's using it. There's a ton of people on here. Right? Especially you got these long-term traders. It's a monthly close. These guys are looking at their charts on TradingView and being like, okay, what's my bias? Where am I going to risk my capital at? Because I don't know how to use a workflow and go and drop from the monthly to the weekly to the daily to the 12, the 4, to the 90-minute, to the 45, to the 15. Where's my entry? Should I enter here? And then Bitcoin drops $2,000-$3,000 and you're immediately underwater, instead of at the beginning of the month using a workflow to tell you, hey, let's focus on the next couple days. What is this telling me? What are the charts from the monthly down to the 15-minute? What are they telling me? Is this a good place to get an entry at, right? Do I have a great indicator that has distribution levels, right, loaded up over it, right? Where are some good entries? This is what people don't understand. These are the areas that algos target. The chart proves it. I mean, there's nothing more to say. All you got to do is look at the candle closes. That's why we use this stuff. That's why we use it. I want to know what the smart money's doing. And the smart money uses algorithm trade. And so once you understand where these distribution levels are at, you will understand that they're programming these bots with those levels. Taking forever. My goodness. This is like Yeah. I like the 4 hour. Right, I mean, we're getting some hidden bull right between returns and price action, but at the same time, right? Look at the histogram. Right? It's telling you that the read is decreasing. The read is decreasing. So, but then you have to look at the other indicators, right? And we're contracting negatively correlated on the variant. 100%. It looks like low lengths expanding, positively correlated. So as far as the rest of the 4-hour candle today, this is really actionable intel right here, right? Because these move a lot slower. And they are both actually right now saying down. But as far as the remainder of this 4-hour candle, it's expanding, positively correlated. Barely though, boy, barely expansion, maybe by a couple ticks, so it's kind of close. But I'll always come over here to the Wolf's Main indicator and take a peek at it. Z-scores on log returns flattening out. See this baby turn back up. But like right now, right, that 4-hour candle dumped down, right? What did we go down to? Like 60.455 just here recently. Look where it's pulling up to. Pulls right up to the central power mean, that yellow line right there. Here's another thing you need to understand with this indicator. When these power means squeeze, when you tighten up on these power means, things happen, right? Things happen when they're tight. Then it's almost like what I'm starting to realize with these power means is they work very similar to deviation bands when they get tight. But this is going to be a great indicator because everybody can't sit in front of their workstation all the time. Hey man, I don't care what kind of trader you are. I want you to give yourself a chance to use volatility, probability, and statistics. So if you can use a trend indicator like this, similar to like a super guppy that a lot of people like to use for trend, use our ultimate power means, right? Use our reverse wave trend. Look at it catching. Look on the 4-hour. Look at it catch price action. Several or the power means themselves, right? The central power mean. Where's that? And I already showed you on the daily. Let's see some nice 12-hour. There I go. Bilbot had to change his damn charts again. And it takes forever to load. Crying out loud. Okay. So first I'm noticing right here on the 12-hour, look at the volatility. Look at the ramp up. Look at the ramp going here on the correlation, right? But right now, entropy is random. So what's that telling you? That the correlation between this randomness in the market is highly correlated to price action. Look at the deviation bands. Look at them squeezing. And right now it is below the Gaussian mean. Definitely. What's that at too? 61,350. Let's see a 12-hour close here above. Let's even be safe and say 61.4. So I fly over here, 61.4. That's above the daily volatility range. You know, for people out there to say, I don't know what the hell this guy's doing. What the hell this guy is doing is he is looking at volatility, probability, and statistics, and he is finding confluence between all kinds of different time frames and levels, because those levels are magnets for price action. That would be a great close. And at the same time, what's that, 62? And the central power mean, you can see on the 12-hour, right? We've been rejecting off the downside. 1 rejection, 2 rejection, 3 rejection. Get up there above there too. 62.6. I mean, that's going to be powerful for the end of the day, but 62.6 is probably right around, is it up here? Yeah, actually, it's right up at the top. 62.6. 62.624 is a 68.3 on the daily, which is got a lot of confluence with the central power mean. 62.567, right? Pretty much right in the same area. Gonna have to get above there too. But let's shoot for that, especially coming into this new day tomorrow. Let's close, get to 12-hour up above there. That's a great start. Yeah, I had to go and change the damn chart again, didn't I? I've already looked at this, I just don't remember. I want to see where the central, I'm pretty sure we're above the central power mean daily. Trading View, I love you. Come on, sugar britches. Load up. That's the good title. Building the Bilbot for sugar britches. Yeah, we're way above. But like I said, remember that 64K area? That's where we were at there. That other very confluent area on a lot of stuff, right? First resistance area on the weekly price action volatility range. Yeah, powerful, powerful, powerful. Time is it? Holy crap, that hour went fast. Let's see. Hello, 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 and hello. Any quick questions before we wrap this baby up? Any quick questions? I see it's all the regulars. So you guys are just sitting back, just watching me churn. That's what we do. Yeah, this recent little pullback, especially this little down move right here, created, we got two power means that did shift a little bit to the downside there. But yeah, we closed the daily up above that area. Like I said, like six, let's even be safe. Let's get up above like 64.3. Favorite shitcoin of the week. What you got there? What's your favorite shitcoin of the week? Can't even read that thing. Oh, Bitcoin? Are you telling me my favorite shitcoin of the week? Bilbot's top shitcoin. I'll show you. MJ's gonna smile. And it's when you talk about a shitcoin now, shitcoins fit the shitcoin title because there's no use case. They're meme coins. They got no freaking come on now, where are you? Oh, spell it right, Bilbot. Altura. There we go. And if you did not know, TradingView now can chart all the pancake swap pairs. It's a beautiful thing. This is Bilbot's pick of the week. And as you can see, Bilbot was in pretty low, actually, too. We're talking about Altura. Let's drop to a 4-hour though, right? Because this thing pretty much just launched. So what utility does this bring? You got to go to check out Altura on CoinMarketCap. Read what Altura is all about. It's for gaming platforms. They're going to need to use Altura to launch their NFTs and whatnot. They got a lot of powerful stuff working. I really like Altura. Powerful. On top of their logo, you'll immediately notice their logo is pink and blue. So I immediately got attracted to it, right? I was like, yeehaw, yeah, Dot's on fire too. Yeah, and it's definitely not a shit coin. Dot is not a shit coin, my friend. Yeah, Jesus, man, it's running. Yeah, Dot's on its way to about $80 from what I saw on the chart. We're not going to chart it right now, but yeah, Dot's going to explode to 80 probably. Let's pop over here real quick too. I think Solana was making a little move. Not like Dot. Yeah, not really. It's at 203. Look out for Solana though, right? It's gonna freaking go on a run. Yeah, Dot and Sushi. Looks like it's making a run. Big time. Big time. Avalanche is sleeping right now. Avalanche is sleeping. But yeah, my picks are anything having to do with gaming or has meta in the name. Yeah, there's Bilbo's coin. Look at that Altura logo. I saw that and I was just like, it's a match made in heaven. I'm all in. Meta Wars. Not financial advice, right? And full disclosure, I am invested in these projects. What I do, go to Rune. Oh, that was silly. Yeah, I know Rune's having a good run too, but I'm not interested. Let's go back to the watch list. Go back to BTC. If this thing will ever load. 3 o'clock on the nose. Wow. TradingView. Get your shit together, man. These charts are taking forever to load. Yeah. Dot is definitely not a shitcoin. It is a good project for sure. Okay, it looks like what the hell, man? TradingView is just taking this shit on Bilbo. Let's see here, I'm trying to reload this thing. Yeah, I want to reload it. my shit project of the week. I'd like to introduce TradingView. There we go. 15-minute. Just sitting down. It's trying to creep up there. Let's get up above this daily close. And we are 15-minute variance contracting, negatively correlated. So that was the 4-hour. It's probably heading up. It's heading up negatively correlated. If this continues, though, I will definitely be looking for that to turn positively correlated. We want to see or go back up because it is positively correlated. Historical volatility. AVRs look good for this continuation of the top side. Right, negatively correlated contracting. Although you're positively correlated contracting on the high lying fan. I mean, this is all just random right now. But to move to that downside we just had is decreased. Beautiful. All right, all you YouTubers out there, if you're watching this for the first time, we're Alpha Trading. We trade volatility, probability, and statistics, and we do it well. The link to our Discord is in the description. Follow the welcome message. It explains everything you need to know. How to get into our main server to find out what we are doing. I want to thank everybody in the Discord watching live. That's the whole benefit of joining our Discord. You can watch these live streams live in the moment. Right? In the moment. And other than that, though, guys, we'll be here the rest of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, watching Bitcoin make its run. And wherever you live at on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, or your morning, afternoon, or evening. A little tongue-tied. Had too much sushi for lunch. Chop, chop. See you guys tomorrow, 2 p.m.